Sadly, however, high carb, low fat resulted in a lot of unwanted weight gain for me, which I addressed in a recent video I made here on YouTube.
I'm shifting my mind to get around you. Still hiding from the truth, it's getting old. I'm shifting my mind, now I can see through. I've changed my point of view. A blind for the truth. Can't forget you, 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 can't forget you.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another super fresh video with yours truly, the voice of reason, right here on YouTube, your vegan network. So let's just get right into this one, shall we? Like a lot of you watching, adopting a vegan diet was without a doubt the single biggest lifestyle change I've made in my life. And as much as I love following a vegan lifestyle, it hasn't always been easy. And some of you have told me you too have struggled at least a little along the way. So I thought, since you guys were being so forthcoming about your vegan diet problems, a video exposing my biggest vegan diet fails was in order. I think it's really important to be 100% truthful about a vegan diet so others can learn how to deal with potential problems should they arise. The first fail for me arose when I tried to design the ideal or perfect vegan diet that I have subsequently learned absolutely does not exist. Perfection led me to following fad diets like high carb, low fat, and raw vegan. I tried both of these diets for about a year each and ran into problems in both cases. I didn't like the mindset of raw vegan. I felt like people in the movement vilified certain foods. And now I don't want to say everyone fell into that category, but the idea that foods couldn't be cooked above a certain temperature and other foods just plain couldn't be eaten started to frustrate me. And it wasn't working for my digestive system or my wallet. I also found my grocery bill was high on a raw vegan diet, and recipes were time consuming and required special cooking appliances like a dehydrator and food processor. A lot of pre-planning was necessary, which didn't work well for my busy lifestyle. I don't want to make it out as all bad, as I really loved the freshness of raw food and felt the quality of my diet was very high at the time. But the price and time needed to follow the diet exceeded the benefits in my experience. And I don't think a person needs to be so extreme for optimum health, personally. Some people actually make it work, so I don't want to suggest it isn't doable, but this is a diet that is certainly 1 or 2 steps beyond simply going vegan. I also really like cooked foods for taste, texture, and hygiene reasons. I feel more comfortable submerging my greens in boiling water before eating them. It's a good way to kill any potentially harmful bacteria from cross-contamination in grocery stores. So after flailing on my diet for quite a while and realizing raw vegan wasn't going to work for me, I decided to try out high carb, low fat. A lot of what Dr. John McDougall was promoting sounded great in theory, and he's a medical doctor with many years of treating patients with lifestyle-related illnesses like diabetes and heart disease. On that diet, I tried to cut the fat and focus on rice and potatoes with some beans. Sadly, however, high carb, low fat resulted in a lot of unwanted weight gain for me, which I addressed in a recent video I made here on YouTube. Now, after uploading that video, some viewers were criticizing me for saying high carb, low fat caused weight gain based on what they were seeing me eat in more recent videos I'm putting on my channel. Just to clarify, it was at least 4 or 5 years ago when I followed high carb, low fat, which was a time when I wasn't eating things like tofu or many seeds and nuts. The food segments in my videos are not representative of how I was eating or what I was eating at that time. The high carb, low fat diet seemed way too good to be true, and that's exactly how it turned out for me, I am sad to report. I don't think the low fat part of the diet was working for me because I found myself craving sweet foods, which is something I don't normally crave. And after about a month, I noticed I was getting a gut. Now, I'm almost 51 years old and know my body type by now. I grew up lean and stayed that way all my life, and not because I calorie restricted. I have a good metabolism, and so long as I eat sensibly and exercise, I can stay pretty lean. I knew there was something wrong when I was getting unfamiliar cravings and weight gain, so I stripped things down to work for me. I upped the fat and protein levels of my diet by including more seeds and nuts, soy products, and legumes. I've been following this style of eating for about 3 years now and find it works really well for fueling my high energy lifestyle. And my cravings and man gut eventually went away too, thank goodness. The second fail for me was naively listening to vegan diet gurus on YouTube who were sometimes making outrageous and unsupported diet claims. This didn't work well for me at all. Some of you know I'm a teacher, and in case you didn't know, teachers tend to like to follow rules. So when a so-called professional tells me something, I tend to believe and follow them contrary to what my body may be telling me. Be prepared to make changes and adjustments based on how you feel, guys. It's really important to listen to how your body is responding to any dietary changes you might be making. For example, a lot of vegans and vegan doctors will tell you to eat large amounts of fruit. Well, for me, this only led to stomach aches and cramping. Don't get me wrong, I love an apple in the morning and an orange or banana later in the day. But 30 bananas a day? Are you serious? Another thing I bought into for a very short period of time was eating mono meals. This is when you eat nothing but, say, pineapple in a single meal. And a lot of pineapple, or oranges, or apples. Yuck! This left me feeling full and hungry both at the same time. How is that even possible? Now, I know some of you like to eat that way and will tell me it works for you, and I don't dispute that. But for me, the outcome of this experience was disastrous. Not to mention, I had to eat a lot of oranges to feel full, only to also feel hungry too. It's like satisfaction schizophrenia, I swear to God. The third vegan diet fail for me was being too shy or embarrassed to tell people I was vegan. I think I was afraid I'd go and tell everyone I'm vegan and then I'd change my mind. Honestly, I didn't really know how long I'd stay vegan, as I'm the type who likes to try things out without a lot of expectations. I also worried I'd be a burden on friends at dinner parties or at restaurants. As it turned out, a lot of my friends have adjusted to it well, and are they themselves eating less meat as a result. So don't be shy like me and let the world in on your new vegan diet. The fourth vegan diet fail for me was getting addicted to certain vegan foods. I continue to struggle with this at least a little bit, and I'm sure many of you can relate to this as well. I find if I really like something, I like to eat it all the time. This was also true before I went vegan. One of the most addictive vegan food combinations for me is eating peanut butter with raisins. If I start eating peanut butter with raisins, I literally have to have someone physically remove the peanut butter jar from my bare hands. Other foods I love to choke down on in quantity are hummus with bread, dates with nuts, and roasted sweet potatoes straight up. I swear these foods are like heroin to my brain. Now, all these foods are clearly fine in moderation, but I haven't quite figured out how one achieves moderation. If you have any good suggestions, please post them below. I really appreciate that. It's like once I start, I go into an almost animal-like ravenous eating frenzy, and it's not pretty, guys. And maybe one more vegan diet fail that was more of a problem when I first went vegan is thinking something bad might happen to me if I stop eating meat. I always believed that small amounts of meat was necessary for good health. It took me about 3 months to get that out of my head, even though reputable doctors, scientists, and health organizations were saying the opposite. Some of these misplaced fears led to overeating, something I also addressed in a recent video. Eventually, I began to chill out more and came to really enjoy my vegan diet. Alright guys, there's the video for today. Please share your thoughts below. I'd love to hear about any fails you might have had with your vegan diet. If you liked the video or thought it was the least bit interesting, please leave a like. I do so appreciate it. And if you haven't already, head on over to Instagram and Twitter and start following me today. The links are in the description box below. And I look forward to seeing y'all back here in a few days' time for another super fresh video.